Okay, let's go back to the worst experience I had this year. I would say the worst experience I had, apart from what I earlier said, I would say the worst experience I had this year was the fact that I had a job, but I worked in that job just for 1 or 2 weeks, and then later on I had to leave. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Like our watchword. I always tell myself that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Hey amazing family, you are welcome to this Christmas season, which we pick up and set back and prepare for the new year. If you are coming for the first time into this channel, you are warmly welcome to my 10 subscribers. I love you all, and please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please click the bell button, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and leave us a comment below on how this video bless you or on how this year has been to you, because in this video I'm going to be reflecting on how the year 2024 has been to me, and I would like you to use these questions to evaluate and reflect on how your year has equally been. What 2 lessons have you learned this year? Channel, I always bring out what I've learned. I don't want it to be like a repetition, but let me do everything so that I will not give what I've already given my previous video. One thing that I've learned this year is I should learn to appreciate myself. I should learn to appreciate who I am, the potentials I have, what I can do, my abilities, because I've going to discover that the capability or the strength that I have is not the same strength that another person is going to have. Because when they have put me in a particular thing to do, and when I'm doing it, I find myself doing it with so much ease. But when they put another person to do that same activity, that person is so uncomfortable. So I just appreciate God for, the talent He has given me, the potential, the strength He has given me in whatever task I want to do. Another thing I will say I've learned this year is how to be faithful in whatever thing I'm doing. Yes, because I discovered that when you are faithful in something, it becomes a habit to you. So, because throughout the year, I got to take a lot of decisions on a personal level, and I was successful at some, and some I wasn't successful because I wasn't faithful in doing that decision or that activity or whatever thing I decided to do. Yeah, so the 2 things I've learned this year: faithfulness and be appreciative to God for whatever thing I have or wherever I am presently. The second question says, did you succeed with your Bible study? Yes or no, and why? For now, no, I've not succeeded with my Bible reading. Why? Because the Bible reading program I'm following permits us to finish our Bible reading. According to that program, they're supposed to finish our Bible reading on the 31st of December. So that is why I haven't completed on my Bible reading, but I've taken it upon me as a challenge to ensure that I finish reading my Bible reading before the 25th of December. Trusting God for strength, motivation, encouragement, and whatever thing I need to overcome this challenge. Yeah. Next question says, what is your best moment during the Christmas period? My best moment during the Christmas season, I would say, is just spending quality time with my family. Yeah, because during the year, our parents have to travel. Many people in the house have to travel, and it's like a reunion period. As you know, in this channel, we are not like I'm not familiar with going out, so I hardly go out by the way. Even when that is one of the times that our parents give us opportunity to go wherever we want to go to, but still you have a time that you're supposed to be at home before that time. So it's just an amazing moment that I love, because you have people, the entire family is there, and you get to feel the comfort and company of everyone, those who have been present throughout the year and those who have been absent, especially our parents and the elderly ones. Yes, that's just it. What two movies in the Mount Zion and Nollywood can you watch over and over again? Okay, I'll start with the Mount Zion movie. I would say in the Mount Zion movie, I can watch My Dream over and over again, part 1 and 2, and I can watch The Wedding Weekend, part 1 and 2. Why? My Dream is basically just a film that concerns the youth, and if you know, I'm so passionate about youth and everything that can help the youth to develop the environment and just do what pleases themselves according to the will of God. Yeah, so that movie is an interesting one. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. And again, The Wedding Weekend is just another movie that is very interesting, and it just reveals to us how merciful and amazing God can be as a father. Once you trust Him, you rely on Him, and you put your confidence in Him. If you haven't watched, go and watch that movie. Okay, on the Nollywood side, there's this new movie that came out by Joshua Clinton. It was not produced by Joshua Clinton, but he was one of the actors in that movie. That is Finding Hope. This movie is a very interesting one. It just encourages you or me that there's always hope as long as you are living. Despite the hard times, the struggles, the persecutions, the difficult moments, there's always hope as long as you are living. Just hold on to what you are doing that you think is right, and just hold on to a brighter future. As long as you are living, there's always hope. The second Nollywood movie that I will watch again and again, I would say, is A Letter to My Husband. Letter to My Husband. If you haven't watched, go and watch. A very amazing movie. Many people always think that Nollywood is all about romance and emotional things, but no. These two particular movies, they are one of its kind. Go and watch. A Letter to My Husband is another important and interesting movie that I can watch again and again, and it's very, very educative. So go and watch it. The next question I have here is, what has been your favorite music this year and why? My favorite music this year, Here Is Holy, produced by Transformation Church by Michael Todd. If you know this channel, you know I'm one of his persons, or one of his Christians, right? So Here Is Holy is just a music that is so amazing, so amazing. I don't know if I can sing it, but let me try.
This is my sanctuary, here I can rest in you. My anchor, my foundation, I build my life on you. 'Cause right here is holy. Right here.
It's just, if you have watched my video about 5 vulnerable things that I learned during my graduation period, you will notice that I talk about Here Is Holy. Wherever you are, it's a perfect place for you to be where you are at that moment. And this song will just tell you that you cannot get to your day, or you cannot get to wherever you aspire to go to if you don't begin from wherever you are presently. It's an amazing song, and every day I listen to it, I just receive God's promises again and again, that no matter what you are facing through, no matter where you are, you might see at a personal level that that's not where you're supposed to be, but I trust and I believe God that if He has allowed you to be in that particular area, it's because there are things that you have to learn that you haven't learned in that place and just explore that area, just explore that environment, explore the people that are with you at that stage of life, because when you get to a different stage of life, you're not going to be in that same circle of people, right? So where you are is holy because God is there. And another thing I would say that this son has done to me is that the son has taught me that wherever you are, no matter the situations we are facing, as long as God is there, that place is holy. That place is holy. That place is holy. Like, I cannot emphasize on this song, but it has been an amazing one so far in this year. The next question I have here is, what is one thing that happened this year that you will always thank God for, even when things were not moving? Okay, what is one thing that happened this year that I will always thank God for, even when things were not moving? I would say answer prayer. Answer prayer. Because God has been so good to me when I'm sincere in whatever thing I ask of Him, right? Whatever thing I ask of Him, He has been so sincere. And as we go with the videos of this month, we are going to receive a lot of testimonies from where I've been or from where I'm coming from this year. So there was a day I had to go to school, and the Friday, the weekend of that week, my money was completely finished. So, and I had to go to school the following week, and I was telling God, this is the last money I have, and I don't have any finances for next week. And my desire is not to trek, because I can still trek to school, but yet I don't like trekking alone, going to school. So I spent that whole week just praying and asking God to do a miracle, and by the end of the day, God came through and He provided for me. And I just saw how God can be so faithful when you are intentional, when you are intentional, when you trust Him, when you believe in Him. He's always there for you. Yeah, there are many other things that I will thank God for, even when, in fact, there are many other things that encourage me to always be in a moment, in a mood of thanksgiving when things were not moving for me. Yeah, but this is just the most important one that always reminds me when things are not moving. Next question is, what is that talent or gift in you that your parents have helped you discover, and how are they nurturing that talent? And can you give a word for them? Okay, if you haven't watched the video about how our parents nurture our God-given talents, please go and watch it. I will leave it in the description. I'll put the link in the description box. But one talent in me that my parents have nurtured a lot, I would say, I don't know if I should say music or speaking. Let me say the talents or the gifts of service. The gifts of service. Our parents are people that are so intentional when it comes to service as a child or as a youth. Because according to them, and which is true, is that as a child or as a youth, what you are supposed to occupy yourself with now, because you don't have a family to cater for, you don't have a job that you are working, or you don't have something that will put you pressure on, you don't pay your school fees. So what should keep you moving, or what should occupy you as a youth, is just your act of service, and they ensure that we are so serviceable, even though at times it's very difficult. But I appreciate God for their lives. As I said, as we're going with this video, you are going to get a lot of testimonies from my side that is just from what we have been able to learn from our parents. And I would say that if I did not hold these lessons of service to my parents, there are some things that I won't be able to do today. Yeah, so that is one of the talents that our parents have helped me to be able to do on a daily basis. And I don't see service as a punishment. No. And that is why I always pray that God should grant me the grace, the strength the encouragement I need when I'm doing a particular thing, because every task comes with its own executions, comes with its own strength, comes with its own words of encouragement, comes with its own atmosphere or with its own conditions. You get? So I always pray that's why one of my prayer topics is always that God should always grant me the strength, the grace, the motivation, the mercy, everything I need for every activity or every service that I find myself in. And the word to my parents, of course, I will always thank my parents, and I'm still thanking them for the sacrifice they made in teaching us, in grooming us, in nurturing the God-given talent in us, because they are producing fruits. And one of my heart desire is that they should eat of the fruits of their labor. Okay, the next question is, what was your Bible verse for the year? Hey, and has it worked for you? My God, this is a tough one. Okay, in our church, every crossover, they usually give us a Bible verse for the year. So I can't even remember the last time I meditated on my Bible verse for the year, but I think it was in the book. It's in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter. Is it 12 verse 22 or 22 verse 12? One of them. Guys, it's been long. I meditated on my Bible verse, and I remember it was telling me that God will never abandon me for His name's sake. He has made me His people. He has made me His own, something like that. I will just look for it, and then I'll put it on the screen here, but I have to meditate on that verse again before the year goes to an end. Meg, how could I forget? Isaiah chapter. Guys, I cannot remember. But yeah, that is it. It was telling me that God will not abandon me for His name's sake, because He has made me His people, or He has made me His child, something like that. I'll put on the screen. The next question here is, what has been your worst experience this year that you won't want it to happen again next year? Wow, really? Okay, I have to think. Worst experience this year? Guys, truthfully, this is a tough one. But nothing really is coming to my head. Except this emotional one that I want to avoid at all costs. But the question needs to be answered. Here we go. What worst experience have you had this year? Apart from this emotional one, what experience? Okay. Next question. What can you tell 2024, and what are your expectations for the year 2020? I think we are already wrapping these questions. This should be the last one. Okay, what can I tell you 2024? All I can tell you 2024 is that 2024, thank you for coming. Thank you for being an amazing year. Thank you for all the lessons. Thank you for all the encouragement. Thank you for all the opportunities. Thank you for... Okay, let's go back to the worst experience I had this year. I would say the worst experience I had, apart from what I earlier said, I would say the worst experience I had this year was the fact that I had a job, but I worked in that job just for 1 or 2 weeks, and then later on I had to leave. Like, it was difficult for me to go to my manager and tell her that, thank you for offering me your job. I know I haven't stayed my welcome, but I know I haven't stayed as you expected me to, but I had to go. And before I even got to tell her, another person already told her. So me going out to meet her and tell her the reasons why I had to leave the job was so difficult, was so frustrating, and that's just it. It was it was, in fact, it's something that I will never know, because I've always told God that, God, please, each time, whenever I have a job, let me be fully into that job. By the way, when I was going for that job, I knew that at a certain point in time, some ups and downs are going to occur, and I did not see it coming that fast. But what happened, and it was really not a good experience. It was really not a good experience, because I really prayed for that job, but what happened. So it's an experience I would not love to encounter in the year 2025. Woo! That was a difficult one. Like, I was answering the last question, but my mind was still on this question. Yeah, so that was a difficult experience. I don't want to encounter, or neither will I want to encounter it in my lifetime. Ooh, that was a tough one. Okay, last question. What can you tell 2024, and what are your expectations for the year 2025? Okay, what I'll tell 2024 is just one thing. I'm so grateful for the lessons learned, the opportunities I encountered, the strength, the encouragement, the inspirations, the experiences, everything. I'm so grateful. The bad moment as well as the good moment, I'm grateful for all the spiritual growth, personal growth, growing at a personal level. I'm grateful for the new friends I encountered this year. Shout out to all my amazing friends I encountered this year. I love you all. Thank you for crossing my path this year, and thank you for being a source of encouragement to me. Shout out to my family members, my parents, my elderly ones, my uncles, my aunties, my siblings. I'm so grateful. Shout out to my YouTube community. Like, thank you guys for standing by me from the 1st of January to today. I'm so grateful. This year has been a tough one, and equally it has been an amazing one. Thank you 2024, and hoping 2025 will be a better one. So my expectations for 2025 are to grow again spiritually, to grow, to develop myself, to become a better version of myself as day goes by, to grow in my YouTube community. Like, can we just, I just want to get my 100,000 subscribers and 40 watch hours in this coming year. And thought by the end of this year we're going to obtain that goal, but it wasn't the case. We are still grateful to God for those who added in this community. I'm grateful and praying that in the year 2025 we get our reward for the success. 2025, I'm asking you to be a good year for me. I'm wishing to obtain my heart desires, and to encounter many more new and better people, many more people that will stand by me in difficult moments, in tough moments, to just explore my environment, to go out. Like, one of my goals for this year 2025 is I feel that you have to go out. You have to leave your home, you have to leave your church, you have to leave your school, you have to go out. 2024, can this request be made possible? I plead on you. Okay. Additional question: what is that one message that you will always want to preach, even though you are not a preacher? Okay, that one message I will always want to preach, even though I'm not a preacher, is that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Like our watchword. I always tell myself that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. There's nothing like this for males and this for females. No. As long as I have God in me, as long as I have the grace and the strength of God, I can do all things. So Yeah, this is a message I can always preach on. Even if they wake me up from my sleep, that feel that you have to preach tomorrow. Somewhere, no matter what, my number one message is that I can do all things. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Yeah, I think we have come to the end of this question. Okay, I think we have come to the end of these questions. I would like you to use the same questions. I think I will leave them in the comment section. You can use the same questions to evaluate your year and to know how successful you have been throughout the year, to know how the year has been to you. So, if till this point you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click that bell button, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up to this video if you found it interesting, and share it to everyone you're surrounding. We have come to the end of this first video for this month. Until I come your way, keep loving, keep believing with Christ. We can do all things. Mark that watchword.